Well, it's not going to last very long, but for now, that feels pretty good. How's it going, guys? So, Chelsea are after picking up a 2-0 away victory against Newcastle. And while I wouldn't call the game boring, this was definitely a routine victory for the Blues. No offence to Newcastle, but they were awful. They didn't really put any challenge to us at all. So let's get into the player ratings. Edouard Mendy, 7 out of 10. Mendy must be wondering how, before his arrival, we managed to concede so many goals, because in most of the games he's played in, he hasn't really been tested at all. But everything he was asked in this game, he came up with the answer for, so I'm giving him a solid 7. Reece James, 7 out of 10. Reece didn't quite put the Newcastle defence under as much pressure as I would have liked, but defensively himself, he looked extremely solid. Kurt Zouma, 8 out of 10. In recent matches, Zouma has been playing deputy to Thiago Silva. In this one, he was without his new centre-back partner, but it's clear how much he's already learned from the experienced Brazilian because he led that defensive line fantastically. Antonio Rudiger, 7 out of 10. Rudiger has a tough road ahead of him if he wants to force his way back into Frank Lampard's plans. He had a few sloppy moments on the ball today, but defensively, he was sound and he definitely hasn't done himself any harm. Ben Chilwell, 8 out of 10. Ben actually got injured on international duty and I was a bit worried that he wouldn't be back in time for this game, but thankfully he was because he played quite a good role. He put Fernandes under a lot of pressure to force the own goal for our opener, and his interplay down the left between himself, Mount and Werner was really good all game. Mason Mount, 7 out of 10. I honestly feel like every time I make one of these videos I'm giving Mount a score in around 7. But that's just it. He's never grabbing the headlines, but if you watch the game back, you'd find it very hard to fault him in any of his plays. Mateo Kovich, 7 out of 10. It's clear that Lampard isn't quite sure who he wants to play as his third midfielder, Kovacic or Jorginho. I would say that Kovacic shows a little bit more endeavour, but he's also a bit more sloppy on the ball. He was good in this game, but I don't know if he solidified his place in that midfield just yet. N'Golo Kante, 8 out of 10. He may not have been given the official Man of the Match award, but Kante in this one was my Man of the Match. Newcastle were bad, but Kante put in a performance that made them look even worse. Every Chelsea attack that broke down, he was ready to sweep up and start it again, and he stopped numerous Newcastle counters that way. Hakeem Ziak, 5 out of 10. Okay, he's probably earned the right to play a bad game since he's been brilliant for us since coming back from injury, but he was quite poor in this one and very little of what he attempted came off for him. Timo Werner, 4 out of 10. Timo started the game quite well. He had a shot in his left foot which was well saved, but it was all downhill from there. He missed an absolute sitter and was then through on goal for a second time, but he decided to put the ball on a plate for Ziak because he didn't seem to have the confidence to take the shot on himself, and he messed that up too. He could have finished with a goal to his name, but he was ruled offside before being subbed off. Tammy Abraham, 5 out of 10. Okay, yes, he did get the goal that settled the nerves, and it was a good finish from a good run through, but apart from that, he didn't do a whole lot. His hold-up play was bad, his interplay was bad, he took a lot of sloppy touches. Hopefully he improves in the next game. So guys, those are my ratings for the game just played against Newcastle. As you can see, our attackers let us down a little bit in this one, but a good overall team performance against a very poor Newcastle still was enough to get us the 3 points. If you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like, subscribe for more footy chats, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next one.